Hi, and welcome to another episode of Business Spotlight. I'm Teresa Strongmeyer with Action Coach Tampa Bay. And today I bring to you Jennifer Green. Jennifer, won't you just come on and tell us about you and your company and how you serve the community?
Absolutely. My name is Jennifer Green, if you've already mentioned, and I am the CEO and founder of Health Restored. We are a supplement company that is tailored towards people that suffer with migraines and chronic headaches.
Mm. Oh, so needed. So,
Yes.
how did you get into this niche?
And there are actually 39 million people in the United States that suffer and 1 billion worldwide. So approximately 1 in 7 people. So yes, it is definitely needed. I got into it after suffering myself for 35 years.
Hmm.
And to make a long story short, after decades of trial and error and research to help myself, in my darkest hour, the idea came to me. And because it had taken me from 25 days a month of chronic headaches, I mean, I'm talking job loss, missing my daughter's school plays, losing relationships. I mean, life ruining migraines. And I developed this product, and again, it was through decades of research and a couple of years of actual clinical trial tests. And it reduced me from 25 days a month of migraines and headaches to maybe one every 6 to 8 months. At one
Wow.
point in time, I did a tracker and I went an entire year. So for somebody that went from two, used to maybe I'd be lucky if I got 2 days in a row to one every 8 months, it was just a miracle. That is when I went out into the world and looked for other people that I could test this on and see, am I just fixing my own inefficiencies or have I stumbled on something great? And because it was helping everybody that tried this, on average, the people that we've tested and our customers, they're getting about an 86% reduction in their headache days, which is unheard of. I mean, you don't even find that in the pharmaceutical world. So I was at a low point in my life, but I took every last dollar I had and I turned this into a business so that I can help other people know this.
My goodness, there is so much in that because I'm thinking just from a human as well as from a business owner and for someone who has a passion to get something started and how
Mhm.
you really basically took nothing and made it something. You created something that
Yeah.
wasn't even out there. So, what is your background that allowed you to like even formulate?
Yeah. I have a corporate background as a senior director in healthcare and pharma and just in
Gotcha.
manufacturing in general. I've kind of
Hmm.
bounced around industries. So having that supply chain background, that contract knowledge,
Yeah.
that vendor sourcing experience, quality auditing of suppliers, all of that, that led me to be able to know how to go out and find the suppliers, fly out and
Gotcha.
audit them, make sure they can meet my needs, and then of course
Mhm.
negotiate the pricing. Was second nature to me. And then I think just being in business roles in general, the business acumen side of things just came natural.
Right.
Now I think it's learning the sales and marketing side because I've been such in such a business realm,
Right.
and I'm finding that sales and marketing is really at the core, right? I mean, you won't find me having any issues with my finances
Right. Right.
or counting inventory.
Mhm.
And then just from a personal side, I've always been sort of an artistic type person. So the designing of my website and the designing of my labels and all of that, that was fun for me. Well,
Right. Exactly.
learning Adobe wasn't so fun, but designing and coming up with that was fun for me. So that
Sweet.
also came pretty natural. But yeah,
And how long have you had the business?
I've been in business since fall of 2019. That's
2019.
actually when I started sourcing vendors and putting it all together, but I didn't get my first shipment to be able to start selling until 2020 when COVID was here. So that was a really
Mm,
hard launch, because
right.
it's a supplement and it has to be in bottles. I was struggling to even find the bottle supply because everybody, it didn't matter what color, what
Right.
material, they were buying every bottle under the sun to try and sell hand sanitizer.
Absolutely.
And of course, material shortages, things stuck at the border, all of
Mhm.
all of those good things. So it was a hard time to launch, and it was kind of unfortunate timing, but I've continued to push through and with a purpose and knowing that people need this.
Right. So talk to me about that because everyone didn't make it through the pandemic era.
Yeah.
So tell me, what things did you have to implement, put in place, or what did you have to do to navigate that and still get through it?
You really just need to stick to your purpose, know what your purpose is, have thick skin, and not waver because it is hard. It's hard to feel like you're talking to a brick wall. It's hard to feel like nobody wants to spend money and you're just trying to get your message out there.
Right.
And for a while I did have to do a corporate job. I had to do both.
Hmm.
And I'm a single
Right.
mom on top of that. So it has not been easy. It's still not easy. But I think it's easier to give up.
Yeah.
And you know what I
Yes.
mean? And it's even in a perfect world, it's not easy. So
Right.
how I got through, honestly, I pray, I know that I'm living in God's purpose
Hmm.
and I don't have
And
a
I love
choice.
that. And it brings up for me, if your why is what is it? If your why is big enough, you will make a way to get it done. And it's said better than that, but that's what is coming up for me. If that why is big
No,
enough
that's
for you,
excellent. I love that.
yeah,
If your why is
yeah,
big enough.
yeah,
Yeah.
you'll go through it doesn't matter the how. I think that's how it ends up. It doesn't matter the how, you're going to make it happen. So I absolutely love that. So it's passion that pulls you through
Yeah.
to get this out because my goodness, how amazing the
Well,
product.
and I'd always, on top of wanting to help people, and obviously I helped myself, which was life changing. I've always wanted to own a business. I know
Gotcha.
this is a short interview and I know my background is lengthy, but in a nutshell, I went to school to be an attorney. And
Okay.
then that's a very long story how that I changed directions. But when I changed directions and I took a step back, I thought, what would I want to do? And it was always owning a business. It's just
Right.
innate in my nature, in my
Mhm.
personality. And that's why when I'm in corporate, I'm also in these higher level executive roles. It's just who I am. So giving up on not only my dream, but what I feel is my purpose to me is not an option.
Love it, absolutely. So what is the future of your company? What do you see as the future?
You know, my future and my personal goal is to help millions of people solve their migraine problems. If I could be the foremost authority in this industry, if I could be world known and help millions of people not have to suffer anymore like I did, that would that would be all I need. That's where I see this company going, is getting the word out, far and wide so that people don't have to suffer anymore. I hope to grow. I hope to grow into a larger company with a couple hundred employees in a larger
Right.
warehouse setting. We are currently shipping worldwide, but I'd like
Nice.
to see if we can grow bigger. So currently, I'm still a very small business. It's been a lot harder than I anticipated, to be honest, to get to grow.
Right.
That's where I see us going.
Awesome.
I want to be
So
a household name when it comes to migrants.
I love it. Absolutely love it. So where can someone find your products? How can they get to the products?
The best place, we are on Amazon, we are on TikTok,
Okay.
we're in all of the Instagram, spaces, but the best place is our website, which is headzenmigraine.com.
Okay. Would you spell that out for folks who are
I
just
will, I
listening?
will, I will. Absolutely. Head, HEAD, Zen, Z is in zebra, EN, migraine.com.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Well, I really appreciate your time. I love the passion that you have for this, and naturally so because it helped you so much, so tremendously that you just really want to see this happen for so many people. Because I don't think there's any one of us who doesn't know someone who has suffered from migraines.
I always say, if you're not one of them, you know somebody who is.
Right,
Yeah, and I
exactly.
had I had tried everything, and I mean
Mhm.
everything, and nothing worked until this.
That's amazing. That's amazing. I have a ton more questions for you, but
We're out of time
in
because
the
I
interest of
rambled.
time. But I do want to ask this though, because I think it's important. what is different about your, other than the results, what's different about your supplements as opposed to what they can get from the doctor?
I mean, first and foremost, it's natural. It's all natural, right? So you're talking
Okay.
somebody that wants to be healthy, wants to live in a holistic wellness, holistic
Right.
healing world. With prescriptions, you deal with a lot of side effects. You deal with it causing other problems, but then needs another medication.
Right.
And then you have the cost of doctor's visits and MRIs and everything that goes along with that. The difference between that and my product is not only the fact that it has a higher percentage for reducing your headaches than any prescription out there, but it's natural. In addition to reducing the number of headache days you have, it also gives you energy so you feel vibrant. You're also getting that benefit from it that's a bonus.
Yes.
Um, my product is set aside, sets itself apart from even the supplement world because it's a 2 bottle complete system. So you get everything you need in one product. So
Mm.
I've scoured the earth for the best ingredients for the highest quality. I've used the clinical trials, not only that were already in existence, but the ones that I've done myself to come up with the perfect dosage and the perfect combination of ingredients. You know, when I started, I don't even know how many ingredients. It was absurd. It was just absurd. And
Right, right.
ultimately, I was able to narrow that down to the bare minimum of what is needed, cost as low as possible. Another thing is most supplements you find will have a magnesium, hopefully, but it's a powdered magnesium. And powder just doesn't absorb as well as liquid. And so you're not getting the benefit of probably the one most important ingredient of all, which is magnesium in mineral. So we
Gotcha.
put it, I actually have some right here. I'll show you. So
Okay.
this comes in a 2 bottle system.
And
So
nice
you've
looking
got
bottles
your,
as well.
yeah, I kind of went with the black label look. I have also have a background in retail and beauty, so
Okay. Yes,
but
absolutely
it's
love.
kind of hard to see up on this
No, we
video. But
see it just fine.
so
Very nice.
these are the capsules and the herbs, and this is the liquid mineral that's also includes trace minerals. This we get from the Great Salt Lake through a 2-year evaporation process. So you're gonna get the results pretty quickly with that magnesium, almost immediately. And on average, people are seeing results within 2 to 5 weeks, I would say.
Wow. That's
And as
really
long as you
good.
take it every day, since it's a preventative, you should you should not be getting as many. The other nice thing about our product, which I find is actually very rare, is and kind of an added bonus I didn't know that was gonna happen,
Uh-huh.
is that in the rare event that you do get a headache, because it's, there
Mhm.
is no cure. There's no cure for migraines. This is
Right.
the closest you're
Right.
gonna get, but there's no actual cure. So in the event you get one, let's say the one you get every year, the pain is actually gonna be less than it used to be. So instead of being on, and people out there that get migraines will understand this terminology, but instead of being on a pain level of 10 with that migraine, you may be down at a 3. So that
Nice.
was that was the other thing that sets us apart.
Wonderful. Well, Jennifer, thank you so much. This has been so informative and so
Thank
helpful.
you.
So I know that the listeners will have more questions, so they can reach out to you to get those.
Yes. Yes,
But
and our email's on our website.
okay, awesome. So thank you so much. I appreciate your time
Thank
and you
you.
have a great rest of the day. Thank you,
You
you
too.
guys, for watching again, and we'll see you again next time. Bye.